I'm Sara Holliday with a Fit by Sara Fit tip, and I'm going to demonstrate yoga for hips and hamstrings. Many of us have tight hips and hamstrings, which can cause low back pain. So I'm going to show you simple yoga moves that you can do to lengthen and tone the backs of your legs and open up your hips. I do recommend yoga blocks, easy to find at any large store. Place the blocks on your yoga mat. Put your front leg out in front, back leg behind you. Make sure your hips are forward. You can have the blocks like this, or like this, depending on how tight your hamstrings are. So I'm gonna have them down, not too tight today. You're gonna inhale, bend that front knee, making sure it stays in line with the ankle bone. Then exhale, press your chest towards your thigh, and you'll feel a nice stretch moving up from that left heel up the hamstring muscle. And when we're bending and straightening, we're actually warming up the back of the leg before we go into pyramid pose. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. After about 5 bending and straightenings, hold it back. Inhale, lift through your heart center and press your heart first, and then release your head down and use the breath traveling up from that left heel all the way up the hamstring muscle to your buttocks. Imagine the breath creating space, opening up that hamstring muscle, holding it here for 3 to 5 deep yoga breaths. After you've held it there, you're going to stretch out that same side going into pigeon pose. On the ball of that back foot, lift your hip and slide that left leg forward. Back toes under on the back leg. Now, if you don't have the flexibility here in the hip, just bring that front foot in closer towards your hip bone. Then hold it here and notice your alignment. Make sure your hips are forward. If you're able to take it lower, maybe you want to use a yoga block and bring your elbows to the yoga block. Or if you have the flexibility to keep your hips in line, remove the yoga block. And you can even press into your third eye or the space of intuition, holding it here for about 5 to 8 deep yoga breaths. And you can repeat the same sequence on the other side. All you would need to do, step that left leg or your back leg back, come to downward dog, and then step the opposite leg forward, going through the same sequence. I'm going to go through it very quickly right now for you. Inhale, bending, and exhale, straightening a few times. Then holding it back, lifting through the heart center. Press your heart first, then release your head and hold for 3 to 5 deep breaths. After you've completed that, bending that front knee on the ball of that back toe, lift your hip and slide that front leg forward, going into pigeon pose, keeping the hips forward, and then slowly taking it down where you comfortably can. Keep the alignment with your hips. And one side might be tighter than the other, so honor that in your body. Make sure your hips are forward, and use your breath into wherever you feel the tightness in your body. I'm Sara Holliday from fitbysara.com, and I just showed you yoga for hips and hamstrings.